Hello, so I've been living in a dorm for a few months, almost a full semester now. So I wanted to help you guys out if you guys have roommate problems, because I have understood and I have some solutions. They might not be perfect, but they're a start, and that is very important. So here is my list on what to do if you have roommate problems. So when mad at a roommate, I think it's most important that you walk away for a minute. Even if it's only for a few minutes, walk away so that you can give each other space to understand what the issue is, or maybe it was just anger, you know? You don't want to just fire back with an angry thought. It'll cause more problems, I promise. So one of the most important things I would say is on the first day of meeting this person, you need to talk about what you have things about. Like, if you are an only child, you need to let them know that you aren't okay with sharing things. Simple as that. Just let them know what your expectations are in living situation. If you're a very clean person and you automatically notice that your roommate is just throwing things on the ground, you need to let them know that you have clean expectations of a room. It's very important to say that in the first week so there can't be any confusion, so that they don't start the bad habits that you don't appreciate, or that you don't start the bad habits that they don't appreciate. Just keep in tight relationship, keep it even with what you say is and is not allowed. I think it's also important that you understand where they come from, like family situation. Are the parents together? Are they only children? It's nice to figure out their background information. It'll help with certain issues. If they don't have any siblings, they're not going to understand certain parts about being in living situations. If they never had to live with anyone else, they're not going to understand that more people need space. People aren't supposed to be with each other 24/7, I don't believe. I think it's also very, very, very important that if you do have an issue, you state it automatically. Even if it's months into the year and you just notice this thing, as soon as it's got a problem with you, let them know. Because they're not going to know unless you tell them. And they can't fix it. Or you can't be happy with what they're doing if they don't know that there's a problem. Or if they have a problem with you and they talk to you about it, just calmly address the situation. Tell them if this is this way for that reason. If you prefer it this way, talk it out. Maybe make it as, I don't know, work it out. It's a trial and error situation, usually. But a big problem with a lot of roommate issues is that you don't talk to each other. And I know this from personal experience. I went the entire time my roommate was here, I spent just sitting in my bed, complaining in my head about issues that I had, things about that she would do, and I never let her know that they were bothering me until last minute, and then it all came crashing down because our layered system of what respect and trust should be had never been built. The foundation had never been built. So as more blocks of just more blocks of just impatience towards what she does that I didn't approve of, I never let her know. So our foundation crumbled and caused all kinds of issues. So I'm just trying to tell you guys, as honest as I can, just so you don't have the same issues. And it's very important, especially if you're mad and you need to talk to someone. Talk to someone that can be trusted. Do not go spreading lies or telling their deepest secrets. We shared all kinds of secrets to each other in the first few weeks when we were good. And then when we started to collide and crash and we weren't working out, we never ever went to other people and said any of their secrets, because that's not acceptable. I'm just saying it as plainly as it is. If you don't tell other people's secrets, especially if you did it even in close friendships, I believe. If someone tells you something, no matter how mad at them you get, you cannot go tell random people that are your friends about these issues. They're not yours to talk about. So it's very important, no matter how angry you get, to not gossip about this person. And it can be hard. So, I even was at fault sometimes, but I never said anything that was dangerous to them and their reputation. I may have like talked to like 2 or 3 people that were very trusted, and they did not say anything, and I knew they wouldn't. So if you need to talk to someone, maybe talk to like one of your like PAs or just anyone that like it can be 100% trusted. Maybe text your best friend from home that you left when you went to college. Just let them know, hey, this is what's going on with my roommate. They can't do anything about it. They're just gonna listen and maybe give you some good advice. Friends can really help with that. I just talk about your issues, like I said, as soon as they happen. You can't, like I said, expect them to just rapidly go, oh, wow, she looks upset when I do this thing. I just won't do that anymore. You have to let them know we don't think what other people are thinking. It's a big situation, especially your first year with a roommate. You don't know each other. It's just putting 2 strangers from different situations in life into one room to save space, especially in American colleges, I should say. But you have to like just try to work together. I think it's very important to establish like a close relationship from the beginning, and then maybe you guys can like try to work it out more. Like if you don't have a relationship with this person and you just are only in the room when they're not, it's not going to be healthy. You have to like have a relationship with them, even if it's a minor one. You don't have to hang out with them 24/7 because you already live with them. But just like talk to them, ask them how their day is when you get back. Let them know that you care. And I mean, even if you don't really too much care, at least let them know that someone is listening every once in a while, because we all have things we just want to say. One of the problems she had with me was that I would talk too much to her when she was trying to do things, and I agree. I do really, really like talking, especially when I'm like in a mood or if I'm watching too many things by myself or I've just been alone too long. I do like to blabber, as I'm blabbering right now. So she told me that she had a problem with it, especially when she was doing like hard homework. And so I accepted what she said, and I just stopped trying to talk to her unless she was definitely not busy. Like if she was watching Naruto, I guess I'd wait for her thing to finish and she would get up or something and I would talk to her. I probably interrupted a bit during Naruto though. I think it's very important to admit that we all are human and we all have faults. And so it's still not going to be perfect, no matter how many times you talk about it and try to fix what issues you do have. You're still going to always have issues because we are humans. We always complain about everything. It's a sad truth, especially with Americans, I would like to say, but I think it's with every human, really. We have different opinions, and they're going to clash, but I just talk to the person, figure out where your beliefs lie, figure out what issues you have, and just talk to them. It's hard. I would try to say the cliche of it's very simple concept, but it can be hard to do. I would sit typing out, like, on Word, what I would say to this person and my roommate, and I would spend, like, hours typing out what my issue was and then repeating what I had written to them so that it was more structured and calm, because you don't want to say anything too rational or irrational, when you're angry. It just would cause more problems. So those are my few tips for having roommates, as we all will probably have in college unless you get your own room or you're from a different country. So if you have any more questions, leave it in the comments down below. Thank you.